90% of all real estate transactions happen on the MLS, yet most investors never touch it because they believe you need a license. And guess what? You don't. I'm Alex Martinez, CEO of Real Estate Skills, and when I started, I wasn't licensed, and in my first year alone, I completed over 50 wholesale and flip deals, totaling more than 12 million in transactions, all directly from the MLS. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to get MLS access without being licensed so you can land your first or next profitable deal without spending $1 on marketing. And there's one specific type of MLS access that 95% of investors don't even know exists. But if you position yourself correctly, which I'll teach you, agents will actually want to give it to you. Plus, when you stay to the end, I'm giving you my free step-by-step guide so you can unlock distressed deals in your market on a daily basis. Be sure to grab it in the description down below. So big picture, what exactly is the MLS? Well, the MLS stands for the Multiple Listing Service. But what I like to call it is the Multiple Lead Service, because that's what it really is. And it's a private database used by licensed real estate professionals in your local market where all of the active properties are listed for sale. And this is vital that you understand this because it's not Zillow, it's not Redfin, and it's not Realtor.com. These are all public facing platforms. So the MLS is where the real data lives. You get to see confidential remarks. You see the most in-depth property history, like specific days on market and when it was last listed. You see detailed photos of the property, when there were price reductions, and most importantly, direct contact information for the listing agent who's in charge of the deal. And in real estate, the deals are in the data, and the more data you have, the better your offers and the better your profits. Now let's talk about why the heck this matters as a wholesaler and real estate investor. And there are three big reasons. Number one, you go on the offense. Now in the real estate industry, most investors, they're on the defense. They're sending mailers, they cold call, they post bandit signs, and then they wait, they cross their fingers, they sit at home on their butt, and they hope that the phone rings. And their income is always dictated by who responds to their marketing. But on the MLS, guess what? You don't have to wait. You decide how many properties to find and filter for today. You decide how many agents to call on today. And you decide how many offers you're going to submit today. And your income becomes tied to the amount of offers you send and not luck or hope marketing. Now with the MLS, this is how you take true control of your business and your success. Now reason two, it's the highest ROI lead source. Every other deal source worth mentioning costs money. Cold calling teams, sending thousands of mailers, spending money on pay-per-click advertising, text blasting. But the multiple listing service, the MLS, it's either free or extremely low cost. And here's the difference between the MLS and all these other strategies. You're not cold calling random homeowners who may or may not want to sell. You are making warm and hot phone calls to listing agents who already have distressed properties listed today for sale that are perfect for real estate investors. And they want offers. They want to close this deal for all cash. This is a massive difference and will dramatically increase your ROI as a real estate investor when you focus on the MLS as a rich lead source. Now, reason number three, and most important, is that you have direct access to decision makers. So when you have MLS access, you get the listing agent's name, their phone number, their email, their brokerage office, full property details, motivation clues and signals in the remarks and notes, and you're going straight to the source. There's no middlemen involved, there's no guessing, and there's no waiting. You're just speaking with agents in charge of distressed deals, analyzing these deals, and submitting quality offers. And when you're serious about scaling your wholesaling and flipping business and actually want to close multiple deals per month, this direct communication to the person in charge of the deal is absolutely essential. So now the real question becomes, if the MLS is this powerful, how do you legally get access to it without being licensed? Because there's one specific type of access that most investors don't even know exists. And if you approach it the right way, agents will actually want to help you get it. And now there are three ways to do this. Let's break down the first one. So the first way to get MLS access without being licensed is what I call the existing network approach. And this is the fastest way to get MLS access without a license if you already know a real estate agent. Do you have a friend who's a real estate agent? Maybe a family member who's a realtor? Maybe someone you went to school with? Or maybe someone who's helped you or someone else buy or sell a house recently? This is exactly where you start. But here's the step where most investors mess this up. They ask the agent for MLS access without explaining what's in it for them. And if you don't explain what's in it for them, that will never work. So you have to think WIFT, what's in it for them? Real estate agents make money in two ways. One, they represent sellers, and two, they represent buyers. And in both situations, they each earn a commission. Now, as a wholesaler and real estate investor, you are a repeat buyer. You are not a one-time retail buyer who takes 6 to 12 months to close one deal. No, if you're serious, if you're a professional wholesaler and flipper, you're going to be submitting dozens of offers per month. And this means multiple commission opportunities for these agents every single month. So when you approach an agent, the positioning is this. It's, hey, I'm building a real estate investing business and I plan on submitting multiple offers per day. I'd love to work with you as my buyer's agent so we can close deals together. And I'm also looking to get MLS assistant access so I can find and filter for these deals efficiently. Now, when you use this script, you're bringing them the business. You're not asking for a favor, you're actually offering an opportunity. And here's how we really turbocharge this. So tell this agent also, you're going to refer anyone you know who wants to buy or sell a home to them. Now you've created enormous upside for this agent to give you MLS access. This is about positioning yourself as a serious operator, not someone just looking for free access who doesn't know what they're doing. And when you do this, you will get MLS access and agents will want to work with you. Now maybe you're thinking, Alex, I don't know any realtors. This leads me to method number 2, which is the Craigslist approach. So what we do is we actually create a Craigslist post designed to attract investor-friendly agents. So when you create a post, make the title "Looking for Investor-Friendly Realtors" in your city name. And here's exactly what you put in the post. Hey, I'm a serious real estate investor in your city name, looking to build a long-term relationship with an investor-friendly agent. I plan to submit multiple offers per day and close several deals per month. If you're open to working with investors, I'd love to connect. Now, here's the key with this post too. Include an image of a distressed property. And why is this? Because retail-only agents will most likely ignore this ad and this post. You only want investor-minded real estate agents responding. So this will filter your audience, and now agents who understand distressed properties and cash offers will actually reach out to you. And when they do, you use the same exact positioning as method number 1. You bring volume, you bring repeat business, and you bring referrals. And by the way, the exact text, the script, the post of exactly what to say, when to post it is in the description down below. So you don't have to guess what to write. You just plug it in. But now let's say you want to take this even further. You don't just want inbound agents. You don't want to just talk to people that you know, but you actually want to build a new real estate investor-friendly network in your market. This is where method number 3 comes in. And this is called the groups approach. So if you don't have an existing network, that's fine. I'll teach you how to build one. And you do this by going where investor-friendly agents already hang out, because not all agents want to work with investors. Retail-only agents selling the $2 million houses that are in perfect condition, those aren't your target. You want investor-friendly agents. And here's where you find them. So for in-person groups, actually go to google.com and search for Real Estate Investor Association meetings in my area, local investor meetups in my area, real estate networking events in my area. All these phrases are gold to find meetings that are perfect to find these types of real estate agents. Because the reality is, the agents who attend these types of events, they want investor clients, and you're their perfect investor client. You're the person that can send multiple offers every single day and close multiple deals every single month. What does that mean for that agent? They can earn multiple commissions per month. That is music to their ears. Now, once we find the meetings, your goal isn't to walk in and just ask for MLS access immediately. Your goal is to build rapport and relationships. So talk about your investing goals. Talk about submitting consistent offers and closing multiple deals every single month. Talk about building long-term partnerships. And once this rapport is built, you position yourself the same exact way as before. You can say, hey, I plan to submit multiple offers per day, and I want to work with 1 or 2 solid agents long-term. And now from this approach, MLS Assistant Access becomes part of a partnership and a business relationship and not just a cold ask. So we have in-person groups, and now we want online groups. So what you can do is go to facebook.com and then search for real estate investors plus your city name. So if I'm in San Diego, real estate investors San Diego, then also real estate agents plus your city name. And then guess what? Join those groups. And you can literally post the same positioning we use in the Craigslist method. Hey, I'm a serious investor in my city looking to build long-term relationships with investor-friendly agents, and I plan on submitting multiple offers per day. Once again, this is music to a real estate agent's ears. It's exactly what they want. And agents who want investor clients will comment or message you directly. And what we're doing here is we're filtering for alignment. and this will dramatically increase your odds of getting MLS access. Now, before we go out and start asking for MLS assistant access, there are a few best practices you need to understand, because if we approach this wrong, you will get rejected fast and you won't get this access. All right, so best practice number 1 is we want to work with investor-friendly brokerages to get access, not just any real estate agent. So let me be very clear. Not all realtors and agents are created equal. Some agents only want to sell the beautiful retail homes, and they don't understand distressed property, they don't understand investors, and they do not understand speed. These are not our people. So professional real estate investors work with investor-friendly brokerages. And these brokerages can be smaller boutique firms, and they're filled with agents who list distressed properties. These are the agents that understand volume, and these are the agents who understand cash offers. So if you're not getting MLS access by now, it's solely because you're talking to the wrong type of agent. That's really it. So professional investors, they always filter the room like I taught you and speak to investor-friendly agents in order to get this access. Now, best practice number 2 is do not confuse being on an automated email drip with MLS access. And this is a big one because I see 95% of wholesalers and flippers get caught in this loop. So when you speak to a real estate agent, some agents will say, oh, I'll just set you up on my MLS email list. But guess what? This is not MLS access. These are automated email alerts. So you do not get the full data. You do not get the confidential remarks. You do not get direct listing agent with the contact information of the agent listing that distressed property, which is absolutely vital. There's no other way to close this deal without direct communication to that listing agent. Additionally, you do not have control over the filters if you're on an automated email list. You are at the mercy of what they send you. So professional investors who are actually in control of their business do not outsource this control. They get direct MLS access. So if you don't have your own login, you do not have real access. It's as simple as that. All right, and best practice number 3. So you got to know what you're asking for, which is assistant access. And this is where we can really shine as pros. So most real estate agents don't even know what MLS assistant access is, and that's fine. But you as a pro, you should. So before you talk to an agent and do this ask, go to Google, type in MLS in your city or state name, find the official website, and look around on this website for keywords like assistant access, admin access, office access, intern access, clerical access. I think you get it. And usually on these websites, there's a form or information about how to get it. So when you walk into that conversation with the real estate agent already informed, you shift the power and leverage of the conversation. Instead of asking, do you know how I can maybe get MLS access? Instead, you actually say, I found the assistant access form on your MLS website. It looks like it just requires broker approval and a small quarterly fee. I'll be happy to cover that. Look, I think as you can see, now you're organized, now you're serious, and now you're not guessing. So professionals are always prepared before they ask. Number 4, this one's simple. Pay the MLS assistant fee. Don't be cheap. So MLS Assistant Access can be free to costing anywhere between $25 to $75 per quarter. And that's nothing. So if you hesitate at this cost, you're probably not ready to be a real estate investor. And professional investors understand that the MLS is the highest ROI tool and software in our businesses. So don't ask the agent to pay for it. Don't complain about the fee. And whatever you do, don't negotiate it. Cover it so there's no friction. Lastly, never ever abuse your MLS access. This is vital. If someone gives you MLS access, sometimes they can even share their own login. What you don't want to do is don't act reckless and don't try and list and sell properties when you're actually unlicensed. And don't do anything to jeopardize their brokerage as an MLS assistant. So operate professionally, build trust, and when agents trust you, guess what? They'll actually bring deals to you. Now, when they don't trust you, doors close and relationships close. So what we do as professionals is we always protect these relationships. So protect your MLS access because it is the king database for wholesalers and flippers. So I think you can see if you follow these principles, you won't just get access to the MLS, you'll start building long-term relationships with agents who will feed your business for years. And this is how you stop chasing deals to actually start controlling them and actually closing deals every single month. Now, if this video helped you see the MLS a bit differently, then you're exactly who this channel is for. And at Real Estate Skills, our mission is simple: to help everyday people build profitable real estate investing businesses without the gimmicks, without the hype, and without spending tens of thousands of dollars on marketing before they ever close their first deal. And the MLS, the multiple listing service, it changed my life. It allows me to control my deal flow, allows me to build confidence on a daily basis through submitting consistent offers. And it allowed me to close over 50 deals in my first year, all without being licensed. And I've seen hundreds of our students do the same. Not because of hope, not because they got lucky, but because they followed a proven process and learned how to operate like a pro. And as you can see, that's exactly what I teach here. We're building a community of investors who don't hope for leads or even have to spend time generating leads, because they create opportunity by using the MLS, where there's literally an abundance and over 1 million active properties for sale right now. So the MLS will fuel your real estate investing business, whether you're looking to wholesale properties, fix and flip houses, or even invest into cash flowing rental properties that cash flow from day one. And if you want to build a real estate investing business, make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and then download the free MLS Access guide below so you can plug and play and get MLS Access this week. So you can also get this at realestateskills.com/MLS resource. So use it, implement it, start building these real relationships with agents in your market this week. Because the reality is, this isn't just about getting MLS Access, it's about building an MLS offer system that gives you consistent and predictable deal flow so you can close deals like clockwork every single month. I'll see you in the next video.